People like their guns and they like their cars. And when you mess with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead. And I can show you article after article after article where someone ends up dead. So is your last name Williams or is it McGee? Okay.
But what's the name? Williams was my alias name that I got when I was 5. I was from 5 to till I was in middle school. I had to use that name going throughout school. So Zion Williams was my alias name going from since I was 5 till I was in middle school. But
So what's your birth certificate say?
Zion McGee.
Okay, so that's the name that we're going to use because that's your true name. Okay,
Yes,
Mr. McGee, I mean, I don't even know what happened, but I'm in shock, man. You're on deferred for an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Since January, you picked up a failure to ID, an evading arrest, 2 theft cases, another evading arrest, another UUMV, and another burglary of a motor vehicle. So we have.
Whoa. Oh, excuse
Hold
me.
on.
Sorry.
We're going to do probable. I have no idea what happened. We'll do probable cause on all of them because I have no idea. All I know is that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 open cases.
Okay.
So let's do this. I see, so far from January 23rd of this year, he had a failure to ID evading. We've already done probable cause. It's been found that there's a bond set. It looks like February 14th, a felony theft was picked up. A bond has been set on that case. Probable cause has been found. Now, as of 2:15, the next day, you picked up a theft, evading arrest, another unauthorized use, and a burglary of a motor vehicle. So we're going to do probable cause on all those cases. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. So I guess, can you start with the theft from 2:15?
Yes.
So in this case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
On February 14th, 2025, officers were dispatched to 6955 Sam Houston Freeway regarding a shoplifter. The call note stated that a black male wearing blue jeans and a brown jacket was inside the store concealing items. The officer observed the defendant walking outside the location and through the parking lot. The officer attempted to make contact with the defendant and then began to flee on foot. The defendant ran through the parking lot, maneuvering through motor vehicles. The officer was then able to catch up with the defendant and attempted to tackle the defendant to the ground. The defendant was able to slip away and continue to evade. The officer was able to tackle the defendant to the ground, but was still attempting to stand back up and get away. So the officer struck him one more time to gain compliance, and he evaded for approximately 50 yards.
Where was that theft from?
Target, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so I'll find probable cause on both of those cases. So then we have now a burglary of a motor vehicle from 2/19/25. What happened then? Thanks.
On December 25th, 2024, officers were dispatched for an abandoned stolen vehicle at the Cypress Park and Ride. The officer reviewed surveillance footage taken from December 25th, 2025 and observed the complainant's vehicle. The officer identified a black male wearing a hoodie, blue jeans, and brown boots entering the vehicle. The officer immediately recognized and identified the defendant, identified as Zyron McGee, also known as Zion Williams, from a previous case at the same location. The defendant in the video, do so. He then broke the window and got into the vehicle. The complainant did not give the defendant permission to be in the vehicle and was missing a jacket and a charging cord.
Did you say all that was on video too?
Yes, on the surveillance.
The other thing you said it happened December 20
5th, yes.
of 25 or 24?
24.
So it seems, okay. Trying to think of things to say and you're not listening. I'm trying to give you pointers in life because the problem is you've probably never had someone in your life to tell you, hey man, straighten up and fly right before you land your ass in prison for the next 20 years.
Hey, yes, sir.
Don't thank me. Don't, you know, you think that this is a game, and it's not a game, Mr. McGee. You've got 8 open cases now. And the problem is that you cannot use your circumstances to justify the criminality, meaning that I know that you may have had a hard life. We are now here to help you, and I will try to help you in every way that I can. But the problem is that if I let you out, I don't think that you're going to listen to me. I don't think that you're going to do what you're supposed to do. So something's got to give. Either you're going to get a lengthy prison sentence, you're going to grow up in there with probably the wrong people trying to guide you. When you're out there in the free world, if you need help, we can always help you here. All you got to do is ask. But when you're given a bad lot in life, you can still raise up and persevere. It's just how you go about doing it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You've dug yourself a hole, but it's not so damn deep that you can't get out of. Someday you will, but you have to turn around because something's got to give. You're either going to get a lengthy jail sentence or you're going to end up dead. People like their guns and they like their cars. And when you mess with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead. And I can show you article after article after article where someone ends up dead because they break into the wrong person's car. I have it here once every 2 weeks. Someone's dead because of it. I would not let you out unless I know that you have a stable and trusting place to go to. Not a friend, not...
Okay.
Mr. McGee, you need time. This isn't something that we just make here on a 2-second whim. I want to give you guys time to talk about circumstance, how things go. Right now, I'm going to set the bonds all at 5,000 and I guess 5,008 because he has 8 cases open. You also have to understand one more thing. You probably don't have anyone in this life that's going to bond you out when you pick up criminal cases. So when you're out there in the free world and you're thinking of things, if I do this, could this land me in custody? Because if it does, you ain't got no one that's going to get you out. That's what you got to think about. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to have any contact with any of the people, any of the places, complaining witnesses, no weapons. If you get out, I'm going to give you a leg monitor so I know where you are at all times. I don't know if that's going to happen now, but we need to find something. Something's got to change because what's happening now is just not working. And I'm not going to let you go. Somehow we're going to work this thing out one way or the other. So I guess let's set it a week and then see what you can to find something stable. And then just let me know. If you can, we'll talk and we'll think. The problem is you still have the felony cases upstairs. So even if whatever we do, you still have a $20,000 bond on the felony theft. Is that is that a stolen car case?
The MJ case was a stolen car. I don't know if the more recent one.
No, there's another 2,500.
Yes, Your Honor. It was out of the same transaction as that most recent one, it looks like. So yes, it was a stolen vehicle.
Can I make it a bond condition that he doesn't go near any cars?
Your Honor, the state would be requesting it. Yes,
Yeah, well, obviously, but the problem is I don't know where, to have a curfew, you need a place to go to. So that's one of the issues that we have, right? It really sucks, man. It really does. I wish that things were different, Start listening to people, people who care. Like, You know, because that's the only way you're going to start getting help around here. You know, eventually you'll get out. If you ever need anything, we have cell phones, tablets, places for you to go, to eat. You want a job? I can get you a job. We have damn near anything that you could possibly want. All you have to do is ask. Okay, so 5,008 on all the ones that don't have longs now.
So the ones that do have blocks, 25 are ones that.
Yeah, just leave it. Just leave it as is.
The attorney generated her own.
Try to get some assistance, you know.
Guys, hey, I don't want you to talk here because we got a whole audience here. It's not good. Just, we'll get you back there talking.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll work it one way or the other, but you're your own worst enemy, my friend.
Yes, sir.
It's got to stop.
I will.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Sucks.
It's not for me.
It's not supposed to. That's what I want to hear. You know? Do you speak Spanish?
That's right.
My mom used to tell me, dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres. Tell me who you hang out with, and I'll tell you who you are. That's what life is. When you hang out with dogs, you're going to end up with fleas. I don't know if that's what's happening now, but I told you, I don't want you smoking, and it's continued to happen. Now, what should we do? Should we let him out? What do you think, Mom?
I agree with the same curfew. I want the same curfew he has, everything, just maybe drug test randomly.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'd like to see him out, number one, Judge. I mean, his mom, he's got asthma. I think he's learned he needs to be out of there. I think he understands using the friends as an excuse is not going to fly. Being around people that smoke weed, that ain't going to get you positive. I explained that to him. You know, based on the videos, which I watched, he needs to understand who you're hanging out with is the reason you're getting in trouble. Like Judge said, okay?
You know, you have but one life. The more cases you start catching, the harder life gets. It doesn't get easier. The older you get bigger, fatter, uglier, you lose hair. Life doesn't get easier. And if you don't have a trade, if you don't have an education, you're going to end up in and out like all those other mopos in there now. Look at all the old timers in there. They're children who never grew up, never did anything with themselves, never amounted to anything. So all they do, they end up doing dope, they end up stealing to just, that's not a life, man. You got a mom that cares.
You understand you're here because you got in a car of someone else driving that decided not to stop, right? You understand who you're hanging out with is getting you in trouble. They've now landed you in jail 2 times. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
The day you got arrested and now when Judge put you back in. And you can blame your friends for the second time Judge revoking your bond. But you need to understand you are putting yourself in this position by choosing to be around these people. So it's your decision how this goes, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to help you and get you out of this. But you got to help yourself. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No hanging around with these people. It is a condition of your bond. I will give you another chance, but I will not play this game with you again. You continue to smoke. You continue to hang out with the people that you're hanging out with, or you pick up a new case, I'm going to put you in, and I will not let you out again. You will be stuck like Chuck until this case is over with. And I tell you, it takes 9 months just to get a damn 911 tape. I'm all over the state repeatedly because of it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is the last chance you have with me. Okay? I'll reinstate the bond today. Same condition.